Good morning. It's Sunday, February 16th. I'm Lisa Evers in the Fox 5 newsroom. Thank you for joining us live on the Fox Local app. Breaking news overnight, at least 3 people were killed in a deadly fire in Bayside. Fire officials say it happened on 208th Street. Among the victims, a 90-year-old woman, a 54-year-old woman, and a 56-year-old man. More than 100 firefighters fought the blaze. No word yet on a cause. The 17-year-old girl who was shot and killed yesterday has been identified. Police say Diaza Barkley was shot in the head. It happened yesterday on Clover Place in Holliswood. No word on arrests or a motive for the shooting at this time. Checking the forecast today, rainy with heavy wind. Tonight, temperatures drop. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and windy. Well, Fox 5 is watching your wallet this morning and cracking open the latest chapter in eggflation. With prices soaring for the kitchen staple, a bodega in the Bronx is casting aside the carton and selling loose eggs. Fox 5's Jessica Formoso has the details.
By now, we've all seen the prices. Sticker shock when paying for eggs. How much are you paying for eggs right now?
$12.99.
Have you ever paid this much?
No, and I never will. Again. It's horrible.
But at Pamela's Green Deli in the Bronx, the owner's trying to help out his customers. If you can't pay $10.99 for a carton, how does $2.99 for 3 eggs sound? Radames Rodriguez is selling loose eggs, 3 eggs in a bag. He started doing this 2 weeks ago. He puts out about 5 dozen a day and says he sells out.
If you only have $20 and you're already spending $12, $11 for 1 dozen eggs, then what's going to happen with the rest of the stuff, like bread, oil, milk, and things like that.
Rodriguez has been in business for 40 years and says he has never seen the price of eggs this high. Selling loose eggs like this, he says, was a no-brainer. This is how they sell them back at home in the Dominican Republic.
Seeing the people when they see the price and the eggs, and sometimes they leave the eggs because they're too expensive. So I call my partner and I told him, listen, why can't we not do it, the same thing I used to do in my country, selling loose eggs.
Before the bird flu outbreak, most recent, he was selling a dozen eggs for $5.99. But for this customer, $1 an egg is still too expensive.
And if I don't have eggs, I don't have them.
We know our community, and we know how hard it is for them. This is the people who's coming every day for their meal. It's not like they have the money to go to the supermarket. So everything that I could do for them to get what they want, I'm going to do.
In the Morrisania section of the Bronx, I'm Jessica Formoso, Fox 5 News.
A passionate rally in Lower Manhattan demanding ICE agents stay out of New York City. Protesters are also worried that Mayor Adams has made a deal with President Trump to gut the sanctuary city laws. This after the Justice Department asked the courts to drop corruption charges against Adams. The Trump administration says they need Adams to enforce federal immigration laws, and that is sending shockwaves through parts of the city.
We have 350,000 students in the New York City public schools who speak languages other than English at home. And right now they're extremely scared, and many of them have stopped coming to school because they fear deportation.
Mayor Adams issued a statement denying he made any deal with Trump in exchange for having those corruption charges dropped. It's an iconic event that's entertained and inspired massive crowds for decades. But now organizers are saying the future of the beloved Coney Island Mermaid Parade is in doubt. Our Meredith Gorman has more on why some say a casino plan may be gambling with the parade's future.
A proposed casino in Coney Island is causing friction with a local arts nonprofit. Coney Island USA, which puts on a variety of events, held a mock funeral Saturday for what they're calling the most likely death of one of their iconic, long-standing traditions every year, the Mermaid Parade, if this casino gets built. The Mermaid Parade is the nation's largest art parade and is produced every year by this nonprofit.
The disruption from the construction of a 20-story casino building that surrounds us and a 40-story building located directly across the street would literally decimate any and all foot traffic on the entire south side of Surf Avenue.
The Coney, the huge casino, hotel, and entertainment venue that's proposed, is one of the locations that's being looked at for 3 downstate casino licenses that will be awarded by the New York State Gaming Commission this year. Those who are against the casino's construction took the stage in protest, giving out reasons why the casino is not a good fit in Coney Island, citing increased traffic, slower emergency first responder response times, addiction, and other issues. Multiple nearby residents at the press conference told me that they are in support of some development and improvements to the nearby infrastructure, but in ways that would better serve the community than a casino.
The casino would be horrible. I mean, promoting gambling, promoting all sorts of vice, the increases in crime and traffic. It would be a disaster.
On the other hand, the Coney is defending its proposed venue, saying it would partner with local groups to benefit the future of the Coney Island community as a whole. A spokesman for the Coney told Fox 5 that the casino would provide the neighborhood with more employment opportunities and drive more revenue to businesses, especially for the businesses that operate for a few months per year seasonally and could benefit from year-round business because of the casino being there. He also said it wouldn't affect the Mermaid Parade.
The protest in and of itself, I'm a little baffled by, because we support the Mermaid Parade and would love to be able to be a part of helping it grow through sponsorships or through leveraging the $200 million that we've set aside for the community.
The Mermaid Parade this year is set for June 21st. Reporting from Brooklyn, I'm Meredith Gorman, Fox 5 News.
For New Yorkers, time is money, and when our train or bus makes us late, it has the potential to ruin the day. But now the MTA is there for you. The agency is offering to prove to your boss that it's not your fault when you're late because of them. Fox 5's Linda Schmidt has the details.
It's amazing. I want one, yeah.
Yep, you can actually get a late note from the MTA to give to your boss if your subway, bus, or train runs more than 10 minutes late.
I think that's great. Is that a new one? I feel like I would use that every day, though.
Do you think you would use it?
Of course. Who wouldn't? We're New Yorkers.
I have been delayed because of the subway before, and sometimes that feels like an excuse that you made up. So if you had a note, yeah, I think it would be helpful.
There are HR rules that say if you're late a certain number of times, you lose your job, right? And if it's not the employee's fault, then maybe this is, one that gets excused.
I've never heard of it. I would not know where to go to get it started.
All you have to do is go to the MTA's website. You fill out this form. The MTA then researches your request to verify your train, subway, and/or bus, sends you an email, and then it takes about 3 business days to get your late note that you can then show your boss. The service only applies to delays that are longer than 10 minutes, and that occurred within the last 6 months.
An interesting service that they offer, but I don't see it really helping employees all that much.
Gregory Giangrande is a human resources expert.
If you really have to provide a note to your boss from the MTA verifying that your train or bus was late in order to not get into trouble, then you probably have something else going on at work that's a bigger problem than you being late that day.
Linda Schmidt, Fox 5 News.
They call themselves the Goonies. They've stumbled onto a legend, but they're not alone.
It took about 40 years, but the Goonies are finally back. The original movie made $125 million worldwide in 1985 and became a cult classic. No word yet on when the sequel will be released, but one of the stars could be Oscar winner Kiwi Kwan. He was in the original film as a child and recently said he would welcome a chance to be in a Goonies sequel. The Museum of the City of New York shining a light on the most iconic New York City songs of this past century. It's opened an exhibit that celebrates 100 years of music from across the 5 boroughs. It features more than 100 songs dating back to 1920. Songs include everything from Frank Sinatra's The Brooklyn Bridge to the Ramones' Rockaway Beach. A final check of the forecast today, raining with heavy wind. Tonight, temperatures drop. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and windy. And that does it for us this morning. I'm Lisa Evers. Have a great day. And remember, Fox 5 News is always streaming here on the Fox Local app, where you can also stream our Street Soldiers TV shows. Have a great day.